Welcome back to a brand new video. Before we dive in, if you enjoy SCP content, make sure to drop us your suggestions in the comments, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be replying to some of your comments at the end. But for now, let's jump right into it. So, SCP-3166, what is it? Who does it target? And how do we stop it? Let's break it down here on LBQ. I'm sure most of you know who Garfield is, but if you don't, well, shame on you. To give you a quick summary, Garfield is a grumpy orange cat who loves lasagna and pizza, hates Mondays, and doesn't enjoy much else besides eating. Alongside him are characters like his owner John Arbuckle and Odie the dog, who's usually on the receiving end of Garfield's antics. Garfield is, at its core, a harmless comic strip. But SCP-3166 is based on a twisted and terrifying version of him known in Creepypasta lore as Gorefield. According to the SCP Foundation database, Gorefield is a monstrous entity, and far from the Garfield you grew up with. Description: Gorefield stands around 2.1 meters tall, about 6 feet 9 inches. Its form looks like a crudely made Garfield costume, stitched together from real cat fur. But the disturbing part? Its insides aren't organs, they're entirely made of lasagna. Manifestation: Gorefield tends to appear when the Garfield media franchise is struggling. Once it manifests, it targets specific individuals, creators of rival media, former Garfield comic contributors, parody creators, critics, and even Garfield's own creator, Jim Davis. When Gorefield finds its victim, it attacks using blunt force with whatever objects are nearby, then force feeds its victims lasagna taken from its own body. To put it bluntly, it beats them to death and stuffs them with lasagna pulled straight out of its own stomach. Neutralization. The only known way to distract Gorefield is by offering it frozen lasagna. The monster will immediately focus on devouring the lasagna instead of attacking. But once it's done, it goes right back to its original target. History. The first recorded manifestation of Gorefield happened on October 23, 1989, inside the Chicago offices of United Media, which published Garfield comics at the time. For the next week it appeared in several United Media offices across the country, finally stopping on October 29, 1989. That's all the Foundation has been able to confirm so far. So, what if SCP-3166 was real? Would you be safe if you never badmouthed Garfield? Sadly no, Gorefield is merciless. Even if you're not the target, if you're simply in its path, you could be attacked. Since it manifests and demanifests at will, there's no true way to contain it. Even if locked up, it could vanish and reappear somewhere else. This means nobody is truly safe. Former Garfield staff, current employees of Andrews McMeel Syndication, who now own Garfield's rights, critics, parody makers, all at risk. Even bystanders could be in danger. Imagine Gorefield hunting its target at a restaurant. If you're unlucky enough to be there too, you could become collateral damage. If it really existed, humanity wouldn't have many options. The idea of everyone carrying frozen lasagna as a form of self-defense might sound ridiculous, but it could be our best bet. Still, governments would likely try to summon Gorefield on purpose, attempting to study or control it. But this would mean countless lives lost and billions wasted on research for something we may never fully understand. The truth? If Gorefield were real, the entire world would be at risk. Thankfully, or so we hope, it's nothing more than a horrifying creation of imagination. At least I hope so, because if not, I'm not safe. And if this does happen to be the last video I ever make,